LeEco is the largest shareholder in the company Coolpad. Well, I'm not giving you a business news. What I'm trying to tell you is that phones in the future will have this nexus and reflect features and traits from both these popular Chinese manufacturers. Well, the future is right here because in my hands is Coolpad Cool 1, which has a couple of things going for it. Number one, it is the cheapest smartphone with dual camera setup in the market right now. Number two, the phone has some great specifications which are best in its class. And number three, it shamelessly boasts LeEco branding on top of it. LeEco inside. Windows inside makes sense. Intel inside I'm aware of, but what does LeEco inside really mean? Well, if you don't know me yet, my name is Sid, and apart from answering this question, I'll also be reviewing this phone and telling you whether or not you should be buying it. Well, let's dive in and find out if this is really the cool one. If you have been around for a while, you already know that we at 91 Mobiles are conducting our annual Smartphone of the Year awards. And this time we are giving you a chance to pick your favorite smartphone and make it the phone of the year. So go to 91mobiles.com/awards.php if you haven't already, vote for your favorite smartphone, and you might also win a lot of cool goodies, including the one where you get to feature in one of our videos. So do vote and do win. So let's first start with the designing of this phone, and this is where you get LeEco's essence for the first time. The phone looks akin to LeEco Li-1 S, not the LeEco Li-2, and here's why. The phone tends to break the metallic continuity on the phone. In this silver variant, for instance, the metallic silver back is interchanged for a glassy white front. This is something that LeEco Li-1 S used to do. Secondly, unlike a LeEco Li-2, this phone does retain a headphone jack, which in my opinion comes in handy. But apart from that, the phone is exactly similar to LeEco smartphones in terms of their shape, size and look, and that is not necessarily a bad thing because LeEco smartphones look great, and this one does too. But there are certain things I have not liked in LeEco smartphones, and they are sadly continued here too. I'm talking about the display. Now it's a good thing that it has a full HD IPS LCD panel with good colors, but these black bands on all sides break the edge-to-edge feel of this device. And that has been the case with all LeEco smartphones in the past. But with this one, I also feel that brightness and the viewing angles could have been a bit better. But what is better on this smartphone already are the cameras. At a first glance, you will see an eclipse-shaped camera bump protruding out. But on a closer inspection, you will realize that it has two different camera lenses that it houses. The first one is a traditional color RGB lens, and the second one is a black and white monochrome lens. Now there are a couple of things you need to know here. Firstly, in a normal scenario, both these lenses combine to take the same image and give you a clearer and a more detailed and a more richer shot altogether. Secondly, with the monochrome lens, you can take in some artistic black and white shots apart from taking photos in the dark, because without the color, more detail gets reserved in the image. Thirdly, the SLR mode on the camera can adjust the focus, giving you some artistic bokeh effects that are claimed to be as good as the ones with DSLRs. Now, if you don't understand all this optical mumbo jumbo, I can put it very simply that the cameras on this smartphone are the best in their class. These editions do produce some excellent looking outdoor shots, and indoor shots are clear too. The phone still won't compare to a flagship like the S7 or even a Huawei P9 in low lights, but it is one of the best cameras in its range. Moreover, with night mode available, which is a bit slow to process by the way, the presence of a dual LED flash, and also the black and white option right there, it is one of the best cameras in the dark too. Coming to videos, the stabilization is a bit off because the phone lacks an OIS, yet the phone can shoot videos in 4K, which is a big plus for me. Also, the bokeh shots do indeed look splendid, but my favorite part is that you can adjust the focus of a photo even after clicking it. It looks so cool. But turning to the front camera, it is not the best one out there. The photos come out to be fine when the lighting is fine, but as you go indoors or as you go into areas where light is a big issue, the photos are below my acceptability. The phone also struggles with dynamic range a bit in my opinion. And this is where you miss the front-facing flash feature. I particularly missed this on this device because phones from Lenovo, phones from Moto, phones from Samsung have now started incorporating it in their devices. And if you're making a camera smartphone out there, better focus on both the cameras, not just one of them. Having said that, here are some images clicked from both the cameras, front and the back, on your screens for you to judge now. So if the rear camera is a uniqueness of the smartphone, the phone surely does live up to its expectation. But whether or not the next unique feature lives up to its expectation or not will be decided by you. I'm talking about the software. The phone runs EUI, which is LeEco's operating system, unlike other Coolpads which generally run Cool UI. And it is very likable. I like certain features of EUI. It has good memory management and it has a lot of themes as well. Yet, I have certain issues with it. Being Chinese, it doesn't have an app drawer. And it skips on quick settings in the notification shade too. Instead, they are placed in the multitasking window, which to me feels a bit odd. But the big thing that I've noticed here is that while you do get a free LeCloud storage on this one, but you don't get the LeVD app, which gives you access to free movies, live TV and a couple of other features. So maybe LeEco does want to keep certain features exclusive to its own smartphones in India. Coming to extra features that you get on the smartphone now, you get a fingerprint scanner at the back, which is very fast. You get an IR blaster, which is very appreciated because you can control your household appliances, your television, your set-top box, your AC with your smartphone only. There is also FM radio given in the smartphone, which helps you listen to radio. Oh, listening by the way reminds me, the speaker quality of the smartphone, the speaker performance could have been a bit better in terms of clarity. And the word performance now reminds me that I haven't yet talked about the processing of the smartphone. But the reason I did not touch upon that in the first place is because it is bound to be snappy. Snapdragon 652 has proven its prowess in the past and how it can handle advanced tasks like gaming with absolute ease. The phone packs 4GB of RAM but has only got a 32GB variant in India. So pick wisely because once you pick one, you cannot expand the storage. It does not have a microSD card slot. And that might upset some of you. But what I'm going to say next is going to cheer most of you up. I'm talking about the battery life. The phone packs in a 40-60 mAh of cell, which as it should lasts you easily for a day and a half. Though I did notice some abnormal draining when I'm using 4G data, the battery life still is comparable and in fact better than most of the flagships out there in the town. Plus with quick charging on board, the recharge is very fast as well. And that brings us to the end of the review section of this device, and now let me tell you in the verdict section whether or not you should be buying this. So, how's the phone? Well, the Coolpad Cool one is a feature-filled phone and this sensitivity gets conveyed in almost all regards, may it be the cameras, may it be the software, may it be the inclusions like an IR blaster. However, there are certain issues I have with this phone, like exclusion of a microSD card slot, lack of a bezel-less display and a couple of others, but the good here overtakes the bad. And that means it is one of the best smartphones under 15,000 rupees in the market and one of the best camera phones for its price bracket. So I do not know if Hindi Chini are bhai or not, but LeEco and Coolpad do tell us that Chini are pakka bhai. And that is the end of my full review of the Coolpad Cool one. Do let me know in the comment box below what are your views on this smartphone and what are your views on this video. Do not forget to hit like button, do not forget to share this video with your friends, do not forget to subscribe to our channel and more importantly, do not forget to vote for your favorite smartphone and make it the phone of the year. And lastly, do not forget to come back and see more of me. My name is Sid. Ciao.